Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica. This evening's topic is going to be post-narcissistic relationship, learning to trust again. Think about that for a minute. If you like the content, please subscribe. So guys, the narcissistic relationship is over. You're putting the hard work in, you're understanding yourself, you're understanding exactly what you went through, that narcissism does exist, and that it's difficult to comprehend, and how these people work, that it's hard to wrap your head around, but you're getting there. You're doing the work, and you've done a lot of the work. You're educating yourself, becoming empowered. And now it's the time when you say to yourself, how can you learn to trust again after the relationship? Because when you were in the narcissistic relationship, remember, you were duped and you were fooled, and you were believing that you were with somebody who cared about you and loved you and wanted your best interests at heart. They didn't. What they wanted was to destroy you, to manipulate you, and to take anything possibly that you could offer, and more than that, and then leave you on the side of the road, or just crumble you up like a piece of trash and throw you away. That's what they do. That's what they did, and that's what they're doing right now. So there comes a point on the healing path when you ask yourself, wow, and by the way, this is when you are well on your way to healing. So if you're there, great work. But you ask yourself, wow, am I going to be able to trust again? Can I find it in myself to trust another human being? Specifically in a romantic relationship, but it doesn't have to be romantic at all. It can be just friendly, neighborly, whatever. When you get to this point, the answers, I will tell you right where they lie. They lie within you and only you. You see, after you've gone through the narcissistic abusive cycle of the relationship, you've endured some things that most people don't ever experience on this planet. You've endured some of the most difficult, trying times of your life, but you made it through, and you're here on the channel right now. And again, thank you very much for being here. The point is, trusting comes from within. It comes from you. It comes from believing in yourself and understanding exactly what had happened in that narcissistic relationship, and each and everything that took you to that point of developing that narcissistic relationship. Subsequently, being here. The whole point is, you have the key. Like most things on this channel that I mention and I describe, because I've gone through them and I am going through them, you hold the key, you hold the power. You see, it's not the narcissist, it's not other people, it's actually you. The difference is that when you were with the narcissist, they had you fooled, they had you duped, you were manipulated into thinking that they controlled all the narrative, because during the relationship, they did. And you found yourself subservient to the narcissist and giving to a fault to appease them and the relationship and to maintain its basic stability. But now that's all over with. And again, as I mentioned on the channel many times, once you come through the fog, you see the light and you understand exactly what you endured and what you went through in the narcissistic abusive relationship. This is when you become empowered, enlightened, and you understand. And you're becoming more and more confident each and every day. You know what you've gone through. You don't need to explain it to other people. You're way past that now. You see, when the discard happened or when the relationship ended, you really wanted to talk to people. You wanted to reach out and to let people know what you were going through. Unfortunately, most of you didn't have the person to talk to because they didn't understand what you were going through. They just said, oh, get over it, it's just a breakup, it'll be fine. No big deal, move on, tough it out, hang in there, be strong, all these kind of things. That's not to say that they're at fault. They just didn't understand what narcissism is. And they probably still don't, because they never went through a relationship with a narcissist. You have, you understand. So the whole point of this video, learning to trust again after the narcissistic relationship, you hold the keys, you hold the power. You owe it to yourself to take your time and do your due diligence on each and every person that you're interested in becoming involved with. Maybe it's a coworker, maybe it's a neighbor, maybe it's a potential romantic interest, maybe it's a potential friend, a teacher, a mentor, anybody. The thing is, your boundaries now should be very high, and you should definitely have been able to have taught yourself what to look for, the signs on narcissism, the red flags, all the things that you avoided and that got you into the narcissistic relationship. We need to learn from those. We need to better ourselves and educate ourselves and continue to move forward. How we do this is by listening to our instincts, trusting ourselves, knowing that no one's opinion matters anymore. What matters is our opinion. Because you see, at the end of each and every day, when we go to sleep by ourselves, with ourselves. No matter if you're with someone or not, you're still in it's still you. I mean, the term is live together, die alone. So you're always you. You're in charge of yourself. You need to understand that. The people-pleasing days are over. The days of you giving to a fault and being subservient and being the super empath and all the kindness to everybody, they're over. I'm not saying don't be an empath. I'm not saying don't help people. I'm saying to put yourself first and foremost. Excuse me. Because no one's going to teach you how to trust. No one's going to teach you that. You have to trust yourself and your belief system and your boundaries and your instincts. That's going to get you to the next level. That's going to get you to that new friendship, that new job, that new significant other, the new neighbor, whomever it is, the new relationship. You have to trust in yourself. And some of the signs when you're going along this path, and maybe you're trying to befriend somebody, and you're like, oh, I think this person would be nice. We can grab some coffee or spend some time. It sounds good. And you see some cracks in the armor, like maybe they're treating the waitstaff poorly, or maybe they're on that cell phone all the time, or maybe they're just always talking about themselves, not letting you get a word in. These are red flags. These are things we talk about on the channel virtually every week. If these things are evident and you're noticing them, I suggest that you cut ties. Now, you don't have to be rude and say, I'm sorry, I'll talk to you some other time. I'm just saying slowly wean yourself off that relationship, because it probably isn't a healthy relationship for you. Remember, a healthy relationship is reciprocal. It's where you give and you receive. It's a back and a forth, a give and a take. It's like that tennis match we talk about that goes back and forth. Bing, 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 bing. It's beautiful. It's effortless. It's seamless. And it's beautiful. When you were in the narcissistic relationship, it wasn't like that. It was you contributing, you giving to a fault, you being abused, manipulated, taken advantage of, you feeling less than, invalidated, walking on eggshells and being gaslit, to name a few. The thing is, now those days are over. We now have the education and the empowerment. What we do now is we protect ourselves with our boundaries. And can you learn to trust again? Absolutely. Will it take time? Certainly. Is there a rush to do this? No. You see, once you're comfortable in your own skin and comfortable being with yourself and by yourself, and I know it's difficult for some of you, but once you get there, that's when you fully love yourself and fully trust yourself and are fully self-aware, and you understand just what you're looking for in a new relationship. Remember, the relationship can be anything. It doesn't have to be romantic. I'm suggesting that once you are healed and you know exactly who you are and where you fit in on this planet, and you have your boundaries in place and you maintain them, that's when you shine. That's when you understand that, yes, I have so much to offer and I can do that with the right people. But bear in mind, just because maybe you're in an office setting and some of these people are asking you, hey, let's go grab lunch, let's do this kind of thing. If you realize that you don't want to be with them or they're just not your kind of people, don't be obligated to go. Those days are over. We did that in the past. We no longer are people pleasers. We now put ourselves first and foremost. And the way to do this is by trusting yourself. Trust your instincts, trust your intuition, and trust that you will make the right decisions. We've learned so much from the narcissistic relationship in the past. We need to capitalize on this, utilize all of our skills and all of the education that we have developed, and cultivate it going forward. And you can help yourself out so much more by trusting a little bit at a time when you believe it's right and you believe it's with the right person or people. And then take the baby steps and then see how it goes. And if things don't work out, or things, maybe you're contacting people and they're not getting back to you, or maybe they only are there when they need something from you, what is that? That's right, it's a red flag. Let's stop that relationship, move forward. There are 8 billion people on this planet. Certainly there's a group and a part of the tribe that you can belong to and that you do belong to. You just have to find it. Now remember, it's not like an Easter egg hunt where you're searching, oh my God, I need this, I need that. No, we're not doing that. We're composed, we're stoic, we're within ourselves, and in our own time and pace, we will find our people. I firmly believe that on this channel, upwards of 90% of the people are in the same tribe. We all are. We've gone through the fire. We've endured an awful lot. We're heading towards the same direction, just taking different footsteps on the same path, and it's beautiful. There are so many people like us that have no idea what narcissism is yet. We are the fortunate ones, not because we've gone through it, but because we're educated and we understand. So you owe it to yourself. We owe it to ourselves to use our education to move forward and to protect ourselves, maintain our boundaries, and to trust. You can trust again, and you will. My hope is that you're going to, again, in your time when you're ready. There is no race. It's not like I need to trust somebody tomorrow because it's been a year, it's been 2 years, and I feel like everyone's moving on so quickly. No, that's not how it works. We all take our time. When we're ready, we're ready. Think about it this way before I close the video. Remember when you were a kid, if you went swimming, when you were really young, or let's say ride a bike. Bike's probably better. You're trying to ride a bicycle, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous, but you really want to do it because you see all the other kids riding the bike, and you're a tiny little thing. And you're like, oh my gosh, and then maybe your mom or dad or a friend are like, no, you can do it. Just jump on, I'll help you, I'll push you, and you're gonna get your balance, and you can do it. And you're scared, and you're nervous, and then finally you say, all right, I'm gonna do it. And then you did it, and oh my goodness, you're riding, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's the best feeling in the world. Remember that? It's the same thing with trusting. The only difference is you're not a child anymore, you're older. You have so much wisdom and experience. So think of it that way. When you're ready, you're ready. Guys, I hope you liked the video. I loved doing it from beautiful Costa Rica. This is Andrew. God bless you. Namaste. Have a great evening wherever you are around the world. I love you all. Be blessed, and I will talk to you in the morning. I love you guys. Have a great evening. Good night. Bye.